Okay, here we are at Falls Creek Ski Resort. Now it's not winter, there is a little bit of snow around, but it's not winter. Outside of the ski season, the resort does like to encourage visitation because they've got all this infrastructure here. They've got roads, they've got hotels, they've got ski lifts or lifts, and obviously all the beauty of nature. What they would like to do is to encourage visitation in the summer. One of the activities that they've focused on is mountain biking. Now, with mountain biking comes the construction of mountain biking trails so that people can roam the mountains. And so we're on a trail here, and basically millions of dollars have been spent to develop mountain biking trails. Now bisect plant communities within the resort area. In front of us here is a ski run that was already cleared, but either side of the ski run there was heath and snow gums. You can see that on the other side there. What we've got here now is a mountain bike trail going straight across the ski run, and obviously the road does as well. The road was originally there. The mountain bike trail has been constructed at some point in the last 5 years. So you can see that the creation of the trail has resulted in the exposing of the soil and the rocks that sit underneath the vegetation, and they are obviously prone to erosion. But some other things that they've needed to deal with is where trails go across wetlands. This is a wetland here. We've got the trail coming to this bridge area, and the bridge is actually under repair at the moment. Falls Creek Resort has a number of wetlands that are classified as Creek Ski Resort has a number of wetlands that are deemed vulnerable and important, and therefore they fall under international obligations that Australia have to protect these wetlands. So this is one here. It's a sphagnum bog. So the construction of the bridge over the sphagnum bog is intended to protect the bog from damage from cycling. However, there are some complications that I'm going to take you through now that you'll find quite interesting. So there's two issues that we're going to talk about when it comes to the protection of wetlands from damage from mountain biking. One is the introduction of weeds, and the other is the inadvertent damage to the wetland by the construction of the bridge itself. The surface of the bridge is made up by this plastic cross-hatching that's designed to provide a really good grip. So you can see how it's got sand on it there. Really good grip for mountain bikes, but also not accumulate any material on the top of it. And then it's got this rock system here just to transition from the dirt of the trail to the bridge. Unfortunately, what happens is as you're riding along, your normally bike tyres have the potential to carry seeds, and those seeds could be transported from the last place you mountain biked, which could have been 50 kilometres away, 100 kilometres away, or even further. It's a completely different plant community. And so what happens is as you ride onto this bridge here and your bike goes bumpity bump, those seeds can fall off and go through the holes in the mesh and actually land in the nice fertile and wet soils of this bog. And in front of us here there's an example of this. We've got some introduced grasses that are exactly in line with where the bridge has been. So these broad-leafed grasses are not native. They've been introduced here, and you can see there's actually quite a lot of them that are lined up very neatly with this bridge. And so we know that these grasses have been introduced by people riding their bikes along and dropping those seeds off. So that's an impact on this wetland from the mountain bike trails. And the mountain bike trails are really only here because the resort itself has been developed over a long period of time, almost a century now. The resort itself the urbanisation of the resort has actually promoted this additional construction of mountain bike trails which have an impact on the environment. So that's one of the impacts of urbanisation, is that it tends to foster more urbanisation or more development over time. So now it's not just about the ski runs and the ski industry, it's about mountain biking runs and the mountain biking industry. And incidentally, in May 2020, the government has announced another $500,000 for further development of mountain biking infrastructure in the Falls Creek area. So there's going to be more trails now over time. Okay, so the second problem with the construction of this bridge is that it has damaged the bog itself, and the way that this has happened is through the positioning of these metal stirrups in various places, and actually also the metal of the bridge itself. So these stirrups are made out of galvanized steel, and when they interact with water, they actually leach some of the coating, and that coating is damaging to plants. So when that coating leaches off the metal, becomes part of the water flow coming down through the bog here, it actually can damage some of these vulnerable plants. Ironically, that the bridge itself was intended to protect. So what should have actually happened here is they should have used different materials that were not going to damage the bog by positioning those objects actually in the bog itself. So perhaps what's happening here with this bridge that's under repair, perhaps what's happening is that they are looking at replacing these stirrups with ones that are going to have less impact.